Hey YouTube, it's Laura. Now today I'd like to talk about the lack of tolerance for diversity in the queer community. It's difficult to explain, so I figure it's best to show you. Now, when you first come out and you don't know much about, the queer scene, you rely on a lot of resources and media such as internet and brochures and other resources like you could find at at your local council or your high school student welfare office. And the problem with it is it shows little to no diversity of the whole queer community. I mean, 10% of every population are same-sex attracted, but yet again, we constantly get bombarded with resources containing images mainly of pretty young white people with not even a pimple, and there is loads of stuff like this. I keep looking through them, and you don't see an overweight person, and if you're lucky, you might see an Asian person. But in one of these photographs, the Asian person has been, cut out, and I don't know. That's just rude. I mean, you could hold a book like this and cover it up, and an organisation like Minus 18 with who does great marketing, and that's why they are so successful. I highly doubt that it was by accident. It makes me wonder, could this contribute to why there is a lot of discrimination and racism within the queer community? It just seems so superficial. I go to my local queer department at uni, and I don't know, the white people there have come up with this nickname for the Asians. They call them Gaysians, and I was just like, what the fuck's a Gaysian? They think it's funny, and I don't know, and I feel kind of sorry for them. But since there's a few of them, they stay their own little clique, they don't mind so much. But yeah, I just don't get why we create minorities within our own minority. We should be uniting. I mean, like, people don't focus on what unites us. They always focus on the differences. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you guys noticed it or had any similar experiences, leave your shit down below. Or if you disagree with me, that's cool too. I mean, yeah. I mean, we want equal rights, but I think we should be starting to practice what we preach. At the end of the day, we are all from the same planet, and we're all bound by one race, and that's the human race. Anyways, I mean, this really upsets me because a really good friend of mine, he also comes to the career department, and he's the only Sri Lankan there, and they call him a curry and other racist shit, and he doesn't feel welcome. And he says when he gets on apps like Grindr, he sees shit like, oh, no Indians, and he goes, but I'm Sri Lankan. They go, oh, it's the same thing. Like, people, they always stick with the dominant story, and like, okay, I don't know how to explain it, so I'm just gonna do a little drawing. Okay, let's take my friend for example. Alright, this is my mate. Now, the fact that he's Sri Lankan is only just one tiny part of him. Now, all of this makes up a person, but people just see that and that he's Sri Lankan and that's all he is and that's all they want to know about him, when there is so much more. He is the most sweetest guy. If you give him a chance to get to know him, you bring out the alternative stories in people. You know, I don't know why we hang on to these dominant stories, and I don't know who keeps telling them. But, you know, it's really damaging to the individual because they hear those things and they internalize them when there's... Yeah. I think that's pretty much it.